Well, it's a beautiful morning, a little bit chilly, but you know what? We'll take chilly with nice skies rather than wet any day. Now, some of you in the past may have been given the Europe's Bikers handbooks over the routes and stuff, or you've been given this, the Bikers Britain guidebook. Now, this thing has got over 70 different routes and tours in it, and I thought, you know what? Let's have a look through. I'm only about half an hour from the Cheddar Gorge route in it, so I thought, hey, let's go and do it. The loop itself is 40 miles and it recommends about an hour to do the whole thing. I've gone on Google Maps, I've plotted it out. If you want to do it as well, I'll leave a link to the route in the description box below, so you can then just use that and enjoy the scenery as well. This is what the book looks like then. So I'm doing ride number 6, Cheddar Gorge, and it gives you some kind of rough route descriptions, things to see and do on the way. If I can get the sun out of the way, there we go. And then obviously a nice map on the right hand side. That's what I've actually used to plan out the map on, or the route on Google Maps. The book's pretty cool. It's got like tours, so you got like 3 or 4 day tours, and it shows you all the routes, day 1, day 2, morning, afternoon, things like that. It's got loops, which is obviously what this is a Cheddar Gorge loop, or it's just got single routes or roads that are just really good. So I'm just going to see throughout 25 how many different routes and tours I can do from the book. So enough waffling, let's get on the bike and do this route. One thing I don't like, and that frustrates me about Google Maps, and maybe someone here can tell me a way around it, is I plan the route that I want to go on the computer. I then send it to the phone. I also then copy the link. But then obviously with Google Maps on the phone, sometimes it will try and do like the fastest route. So instead of doing the route I want it to do, it'll go, nah, we don't want the twisties. Let's go to the right and we'll jump on the motorway. How do we stop it from thinking for itself once I've picked the route I want to do? If you know, let me know in the comments, please. So I'm starting off this journey in Wales, and Wales is actually the smallest city in England. Little useless general knowledge for you. And then Cheddar Gorge is like one of the largest gorges in England, or in the south. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. I've done a ride through Cheddar Gorge before, as in a video, and it's nice, but the problem is in the summer it gets really, really busy. A lot of goats on the road, walkers on the road, and then rockfall, cars. It's a problem. It's a nice place, but it is spoiled. So I've got the Europe Bikers Guide as well. I really want to get abroad. Me and Zoe want to do some trips away. When we had the van, we would just book a ferry for tomorrow and just go for a week. Not as easy with the bikes. A little more thinking involved. Anyone else have it where they're riding along thinking, I ain't got a clue where I am? And then you'll come across a certain section or an area and you're like, oh, I know where I am. Nice little blast back there, straight out of Wales into some nationals. Once you get past the slow moving traffic, it ain't too bad. We're at 9 degrees today. We're almost at the ideal biking temperature. Me personally, I'd say between 15 and 25. Any more than 25 and I'm just sweating my balls off. Any less than 15 and it's just a little bit chilly. And then you end up needing more layers. That's the perks of wearing this kind of touring adventure style jacket. I've got plenty of vents that I can reach. Got the arms and the legs that I can get to whilst I'm riding, so it's not too bad. Again, I'm just hoping that Google Maps hasn't chosen a different route for me from what I picked this morning. What I try and do when I'm doing the maps is, rather than having like big gaps in between the points where it could choose its own route, I try and do it on kind of each smaller sections and legs, so that it almost doesn't have chance to try and correct me to a different road that's a few miles out, just because it's quicker. The amount of 20 zones I've been in so far, you'd think you're in bloody Wales. It's one thing I like doing these type of random videos for me, is that I'm going in areas around where I live that I've never been before, and I probably would never have come down here unless I chose to make this video and follow this route. Again, look at this. Never been here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think potentially now this is the kind of the back end of the Cheddar Gorge, because as you can tell, we're just cutting through this rock face here. Some really steep features left and right. I've come this way before and there's been some massive cows just in the road giving it zero fucks. A couple of people doing some caving. That's why I said you got to be really careful along here, because you get a lot of goats as well just chilling on the road. Not helpful at all. Some people just don't like to take their own lane, do they? Because they've got a big Ranger, I think they can take up both. Idiots. So I think I was completely wrong when I said about being the back end of the gorge, because this is the top end. But that bit definitely looked like it's the start or the end of the gorge. You'll see why. See? Steep ass hills either side, road cutting through it. There was even cavers. A lot of crud on the road. Get a little bit slow going through. See? Now tell me this doesn't look like the bit before. I know, it does. So these used to be bigger car parks, and then they filled them in. I don't know whether it's just to stop people parking up here so much, like all this was a bigger car park, or whether it's because of the rockfall danger. But some of them are still deep like that, but maybe because there's nothing less danger above it. I don't know. A little bit annoying though. So this is the Cheddar Gorge. They've actually got a great little selection of shops here. They've got lots of cafes, lots of coffee shops, lots of ice cream shops. Oh, little lunch break and a little pea stop. Why not, eh? If you are doing this route, the middle of Cheddar is an absolute perfect place to stop. Public toilets, and plenty of places to grab some form of food, or if you've got your own, there's all benches and things. So yeah, a good spot to have a little break. Boys are back in town. I believe this is now the last kind of the leg of this journey. About 20 minutes left. I want to say along, yeah, there it is, Helmet City. So Helmet City, Somerset is actually along this route as well. So if you did need to pick anything up, you can just jump in there. Bish bash bosh. Well guys, there we go, that is the entire loop. Just down there is where we started earlier this morning. And that is the Cheddar Gorge route from Bikers Britain book. Quick overview then is there's some nice flowing sections at national speed, but there is quite a lot at the kind of 20, 30 and some at the 40 miles an hour limit. But even those areas, some of them was really nice, really beautiful. Some lovely spots to stop and have your lunch. It's not a quick route, like I said, with those speed limits. It definitely does kind of slow the pace down. But sometimes, actually, it makes the ride nicer, because you can just relax and enjoy it, rather than being mentally focused the whole time, because it's a fast national speed limit with twists, and for an hour you're just going, you're just giving it some throttle, if you know what I mean. I think I'm going to make it like a little mini series just for Route 25. Like I said, I'll do whatever routes I can, or the tours, and I'll just document them and let you know what I think. Remember, if you do want to check it out, there'll be the link for this route in the description box below. Hopefully it'll work for you. It's just a Google Maps link, and if you do use it and you do try it out, let me know in the comments box below what you thought of it. Well, to make sure you don't miss any more of these type of videos coming up, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and until the next one, ride safe.